So here we are for the Bionic Boxing Barber, Tom Barcombe. Here we are again.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of me.
I know, twice in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's good to see you again, mate. It's good to see you.
You know, I mean, you've helped me out and helped me get this journey going, because without you, I wouldn't have met you at the Mavagissy show. Yeah. I wouldn't have interviewed you at Swindon. You wouldn't have given Mike the nod and said, hey, you know, the Bionic Boxing Barber's up for coming to your do. So, you know, it's a family in boxing, and that's what I'm finding out quite quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have you here, mate. I've just been speaking to Mike away from the camera, and he's really happy that you're here. Because you're a great character. It's great, and that's what boxing needs. Yeah, is characters, isn't it?
Well, I've been called the Coogan Cassius of white collar boxing, so the Scousers want me to go up there, so that could be exciting.
There you go, Liverpool. I've never been to Liverpool before. I don't think I'll be following you there. But,
no.
Liverpool's a great place.
Well, I'd love to go up there, and there's so many people saying good, positive stuff about what we're trying to do, because we're trying to bring a voice to white-collar, unlicensed boxing, and we think there's a massive void from amateur to professional, and we want to help fill that void.
Absolutely, yeah. The void is big, is massive. I mean, all you have to do is look at like people like Fabio Wardley, who's now English heavyweight champion, started in white collar boxing. You know, and he's gone up through those levels, so he knows what it's like. Where we are today. And the word needs to be put out more, definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about John D.P. Shaw, because he's been sparring with that sort of level.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. He's John, hope you get better soon, mate, because I know he's just he's had both of his. Yeah,
I was speaking to him in the week. He's he's getting himself up for it.
Yeah, so you know he'll be back in the ring. I know that the promotion that you're going on, they've honoured that fight with Danny Williams at a later date, like John said. So yeah, we just look forward to seeing John back in the ring. But John's he's a good operator, you know, and he's, like I say, Fabio Wardley sparred Fabio Wardley. So John knows his way about the ring. He's no mug. And what he's doing down at his DP boxing as well is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to know him a little bit since the press conference in Swindon, and you know, I champion what he's doing because he's very vocal and in the community. And you know, there's been a few wayward people come his way, literally, and he's got he's old school, you know, and he doesn't get anybody involved apart from himself, and he sorts the job out, and he's proper old school that way, and I respect that, I admire it, and I think it's great.
All you have to do is look at the amount, like the numbers that he gets to his classes, to know that it's a good place. If you don't get those sorts of numbers, then you know that it's either a new gym or it's a place that isn't doing the things properly. But you know, John is. Yeah.
So you know, what's next for you? Because I understand you're not the MC tonight.
No, I've got a rare night off, but I'm helping backstage with Erlan, and we're going to be making sure that the boxers are all ready to come out on time, just to take as much pressure off of Mike as possible, really. But next for me, next week I'm in Shrewsbury. The following week I'm at Aston Villa Football Club.
Wow.
And then the following night after that I've got a snooker exhibition, and then back into boxing after that next couple. The rest of this, March is an absolute manic month for me, mate.
1st of April, Rich Loveday got another show on, so big shout out to Mike. What a fantastic guy. He didn't know me from anybody until you gave the nod and said Clint's all right, give him a chance. Met him at the press conference. I was lucky enough to be involved in his last show at the Mecca Ballroom. The atmosphere was electric, and I feed off the atmosphere, and we got so much fantastic content and interviews from that. I feel enthused to just keep going with it.
Mate, that show, and I say it all the time with Rich, but I said the last show was great, but this show that we just done, the first 2 bouts of boxing, set the tone for the whole night. There was non-stop action, there was massive shots. Mate, a guy called Frank, he was just taking shots and his head weren't moving, and he was egging Ryan Matthews on to hit him harder, and that set the tone for the whole entire show. And that's what you want.
I think that's hats off to Rich himself, because he would have the say-so with the matchmaking. And, you know, as you know, I'm hoping to have a match made on one of his shows this summer. And, you know, I'm hoping he matches me up with somebody of equal skill. So, you know, that's Rich. And like you said, those first 2 fights were electric and set the tone for the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you were going around the crowd all evening, and you knew you were getting feedback from them, so you would have heard firsthand what they were experiencing, and how, you know, the excitement in the crowd. But that's what, you know, Rich does. He does bigger shows. He puts better shows and 1st of April is going to be exactly the same. And being a promoter is a hard job. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
I don't, but I've seen it with Rich over the years. The amount of pull-outs. So, you know, we had an 8-man heavyweight prize fight, dropped down to 4. Yeah. You know, and that was the main attraction, was this 8-man prize fight. And when you go down to 4, it causes headaches, but none more so than for Rich. Yeah. But you know, he always sorts it. I message him and I say, "Oh, who's dropped out?" He went, "Doesn't matter, I've sorted it." Yeah. So he's always on it, yeah.
I've found as a promoter and a matchmaker, if you promise the world and only half of it turns up, nobody notices and you get away with it, it's still a good night. Luckily, he started off with 8. Yeah. If it started off with 4 and there were just 2, it wouldn't have worked out. So he knows what he's doing. He's into his 8th year. The guy knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. And he's a good guy as well, you know. People, there's a couple of boxers that will always take the piss, people that you don't know. But you get the same people come back. And you don't come back if you don't like the show, you don't like the place, you don't like the promoter. Yeah. And I think that goes to show that we have like regular people that come back and box in tank promotions.
Yeah. Where is he on the 1st of April?
It's at the Mecca.
It's at the Mecca.
Yeah, at the Mecca again. The ones in June, I believe, are at Supermarine. The Masters boxing. It's the day before my birthday. Right. Day before my birthday.
29 again.
I wish. 37 this year. Yeah, it will be both will be at the Mecca. I think it's a Friday and a Saturday night show. 23rd, 24th.
So, you know, even though we're in Salisbury today, I want to give a big shout out to Rich Loveday with the 1st of April with his with another show. He's into his 8th year now, and you know, you have headaches in this game, and I'm sure he'll be up against it already with getting that sorted out. So we wish you all the best, Rich.
But 1st of April, it's all about you, mate. Where are you on the 1st of April?
Hopefully, we're sticking a Bionic Boxing Barber shirt on Anthony Joshua himself. We're at the Night of Champions with Danny McLaren and at the Indigo, and then we're hoping to move on from that and get involved with what's happening next door.
At the O2, mate, that would be amazing. And it just goes to show, like you move around certain groups of people, Clint. You only started this whole boxing thing back in September. And now you've got the Bionic Boxing Barber YouTube channel. Yeah. You've got some merchandise that you've got done. Yeah. You're going to be giving out. Yeah. And now you're going to the O2 and Indigo. Yeah. So it just shows you've got a great team around you as well. Yeah. So it goes to show what you get out what you put in. Yeah. And you're definitely putting it in. So why not
people said to me, "You've been doing this for years. I've been a barber and I've been talking." Giving it some for over 30 years now, so this isn't new to me. It's just doing what I do and sticking it on for more people to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you'd be a pretty boring barber if you didn't talk to me. But I've just been sat with a barber and he didn't really talk much. But
okay. Well, I would have made you last an hour, and I would have really looked after you.
It's all right, I'm happy.
But no, thanks so much for helping me on this journey, and I'll see you again, down the road in what I'm doing, and I'll always be very thankful because you always look after people that were there at the beginning. So thank you, and I really, really appreciate it.
No, not a problem, mate. Not a problem. It's just great to see you again, and I hope everything. Yeah, big shout out to Mike and the team, Benfield and Pyman Promotions, and this is as far as white collar shows go. Yeah. This will be, you watch, it'll be
Mike was saying there's going to be about 150 people there, 250 people there, 150 people around here, about 600 people. That's a really good atmosphere in what is a really echoey, event.
I think the last time I was here, Ben Sturck, who headlined, he sold out that whole, all of that back bit was just tickets that he sold. Yeah. So when he come out, the atmosphere was just mental. Yeah. With everyone going, especially when he won as well. Yeah. Because he was doing it for a good cause. His friend who passed away. So it's going to be a great night. I can't wait.
Well, listen, like and subscribe to the Bionic Boxing Barber, because then we can bring more interviews like this, go to more events, we can get sponsorship, and we can keep lifting this to where we want it to be and where it deserves to be. So thank you.
Subscribe. You've got a brand new shiny sign now, so you can see it properly.
Cheers. Always. Bless you. Keep punching.
I love that.